We're near the Giants Clubhouse with Sam Long, and we were just telling you, two Sac State guys.
Yeah.
How's your spring going so far?
It's going good. Stuff's coming along. I feel like it's getting more consistent just with the game reps. There's no really way to replicate that during the off season in bullpens or live sessions. So just getting accustomed to pitching with adrenaline again, with people in the stands, and it's just a different level of intensity that you kind of takes a couple to get used to, but it's going well.
Yeah. Starting, relieving, do you have any idea which do you prefer? Do you have a preference?
I don't have a preference. I think my answer never changes. It's whatever the team needs, and I'm happy to help wherever.
Yeah.
I know I'm good enough to compete with 4 pitches, and most of the time that means I'll be able to throw bulk outings and multiple innings at a time. But I also don't mind the adrenaline of the 8th, 9th inning, 7th inning. So yeah, we'll just see.
Take it how it comes, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
How about being a Sac State guy and maybe pitching in Sacramento, for at least maybe to start the year, possibly. What is that? Is that cool for you to be like in your old stomping grounds? And
yeah, it's always nice. It's familiar, so it holds a special place in my heart. I used to grow up going to those games every summer, sitting in the lawn, and
yeah.
So yeah, no, it's definitely it's a unique experience, especially in 21. The first time I pitched there was having 150, 200 people that I grew up knowing, and being able to pitch in front of them in Sacramento was pretty special. So yeah, no, I'm not sure what the plan is right now, but I'll be ready for whatever. And yeah.
Major League debut. What was that like for you, going back to that moment? I mean, everybody. So if I ask any guy in here, it's like, guys, don't forget it. It's like, guys, well, yeah, I know exactly the situation. Mm-hmm. Is it like etched in a different part of your mind almost?
Oh yeah. It's something that I don't think about every day anymore, but
sure.
When it is brought up, I can I can remember every little thing, and down to what I had for breakfast that morning. So I remember being very focused on just doing what I could do to be ready. I remember my conversations with the guys around the clubhouse. Buster, his few words of advice always stick out, and just the feeling, the overall feeling of not satisfaction, just pride that I finally made it, and proved that I could compete at that level, and something that I'd never forget.
There's you mentioned Buster, and I think, wow, those were some days, and sometimes I wonder if I appreciated Buster enough when he was here. So many of his greatness things were things that hard to notice, and like you guys notice, but maybe we don't. This current group of catchers, take us through it. I mean, do they have different styles? Austin Wynns versus Joey versus Perez versus, are they different back there, or is it all the same to you?
No, I think everyone, each catcher you're going to throw to, your whole career is going to be different.
Yeah.
Whether that's personality or style of catching. But the one thing they need to have in common, and I think this group does, is they understand that they're doing everything they can to help us perform at the highest level, and to keep it simple, that's all you really need in a catcher. Just someone that wants it as bad as you do, and that's definitely what we have right now.
Hey, last one. Appreciate your time, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Do these games? I love watching the Cactus League. It's fun, but does it matter? I mean, I know it matters for you to making the team. You got to do well, but as far as Does it carry over? I mean, from March, I've seen guys do well in March and just can't do it in April, or do it terrible in March and light it up in April. What is it like down here as far as the thin air and compared to, April baseball and big league ball?
Right. There's definitely a few differences. Baseball's crazy. It's a game of highs and lows, and
Yeah.
you might catch fire your first 2 weeks and expect that to keep it rolling all year, but that's not how baseball works. You got to keep the consistent doing the little things every day to be prepared. And I think with it's a good point. The thin airs in Arizona is not something that we're used to all year. There's definitely going to be some series this year where it is in Colorado and back down here in Arizona. And then I believe in Mexico City the elevation's around 7,000 feet, so
Right.
it's higher than anywhere we'll usually be playing. But yeah, I mean, it's spring training. It's time for everybody to get locked in and be ready. As long as they're ready by game 1 of 162, then I can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah. Well, man, we're loving your story, man. We wish you nothing but success. Have a great year this year.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.